Hello friends, this is Dr. Saurabh Patwardhan from Nandadeep Eye Hospital, Sangli, India and FECO Training Center, and welcome to my video series of commented videos. So this is a routine grade 1 to 2 soft cataract, and I have decided to do trench divide here, and then I have shifted to mechanical chops. So I am using a blunt 1.25 millimeter Sinskey over here, sliding under the capsule over the equator and then just chopping the nucleus into multiple pieces without using any phaco power. As I start emulsifying, you will notice that one piece has gone into anterior part of the chamber and stayed near the angle. I generally don't go after such piece because if I try to phaco aspirate it, what I end up is that I remove the OVD, which is protecting the endothelium. So I don't follow these pieces, and then I take out the rest of the pieces and this piece will again follow. So this is a small tip from me, that if you have a soft cataract and small piece is there in the anterior chamber or the angle, don't go and follow that piece. Just remove all other pieces and that piece will follow. If you take out that piece, you have already aspirated the OVD from the anterior chamber and endothelium is now devoid of OVD. So just re-inject the OVD if you want to go ahead. So IA has been completed now, and in this case what I notice, I am going to inject a 3-piece IOL here and using B cartridge. So that's why I enlarged the incision to 3 millimeter. This is the 3-piece Alcon IOL, excellent IOL. So I put it in the B cartridge. It's already filled with methyl cellulose, and I press it gently down so that it folds well, and the trailing haptic is put around that knob there so it doesn't get damaged by the plunger. And see what happened over here. So the plunger of the injector just went over the optic of the IOL. So this happens when the plunger is slightly bent forward, that is anteriorly in the cartridge. This can happen when we re-sterilize the injector, and during the cleaning also sometimes this plunger gets bent. So I am just inspecting the IOL for any scratch marks. So generally the plunger is very rounded and doesn't create any scratch marks, but over here I can see some scratch marks. Luckily I have a spare IOL, a standby IOL of the same power, so I ordered for it, and by the time I wait for the new IOL to arrive, I am repairing my injector. This is a metal titanium injector, so I can bend it. I want to bend it slightly downwards, so when it lands in the cartridge, it should be near the floor of the cartridge. It should be brushing the floor of the cartridge. That's how it will avoid damage to the optic. It will not ride over the optic. So that's what I am trying to do, and I am watching if it is going in the right plane, and now I am more satisfied. You can see that from the side view also that it is quite tightly pushing against the floor of the cartridge. So I think it should work fine now. So I think this is one more tip from me, that you can repair your metal injector, and they tend to bend over time, so be careful while using it. So now again same drill, putting the IOL in the cartridge, just pushing it back, then trailing haptic is put over that knob to avoid getting damaged by the plunger. And now I am more careful. Now see, this plunger goes over the floor and then it starts pushing the optic and doesn't get over the optic like previous one. So all is set now. Now for injecting the 3-piece IOL, you have to get your leading haptic towards left side. So sometimes when you are inserting, you can see the haptic is on the right side because it's bent towards that, and then I have rotated the cartridge so that it comes towards the left, and then I push the optic in and then release the trailing haptic in the incision itself. I rotate the trailing haptic, first push the optic in the bag properly. Once the optic is in the bag, then I push this optic haptic junction and get the trailing haptic in the bag. I have another video on steps of putting the 3-piece IOL in the bag. You can go through my video list and you will find it there. So this is how I finished the surgery. I think fairly good result, and I could learn more about the IOL injection from this, and I could repair also the injector which is there, because we may not have a spare injector or spare IOL all the time, so we have to be careful, and these metal injectors are prone for some bending and some change when you re-sterilize, autoclave, and also while cleaning. So that's a nice tip to know. Thank you so much for listening, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have Phaco Training Center over here. We have website phacotraining.org.in with categorized videos for learning, and do submit your videos, and we are looking forward to it. We will review and publish on our website. Thank you.